Let's continue with the next slide. Okay, just now we talk about, before this we talk about it for personal savings, we talk about the funds from internal, the family and friends and so on. So now I'm going to introduce the grant. What does it mean by grant? Grant means the, it can be two ways. It can be two ways. Okay, sometimes the government, most of the time from the government. Okay, so sometimes the government provide the requirement. So you have to prepare the proposal. Then you propose to the government, and okay, this will be our project. Then for you to secure the grant. Okay, sometimes the government has its own what we call, they have the proposed topic already. Then they want you to apply. They offer the grant for that particular project. So you have to prepare the proposal according to whatever that they have proposed. I mean, the government propose it. Then yeah, you try to secure the grant. So most of the time when you apply for the grant, you have to present it. It's just like when you apply for the business loan actually. So business loan, you have to prepare the business proposal, you have to present it to the bank. So same goes to the grant. The only difference that the bank loan, you have to pay it back, but for the grant, no need for you to pay it back. It will be macam hadiah lah, the grant from the institution or from the government. Another difference between the grant and the bank loan is that the yeah the bank loan, most of the time it can be short term, it can be long term, it can be what you call, in terms of the amount of loan. Okay, it can be bigger. Most of the time it will be bigger than the grant. Okay, you may decide on it. Okay, for the grant, you have to, some the short term, short term it can be up to 1 year. Long term, as far as I know, it cannot be more than 3 years lah. This is the grant, right? You have to fulfill what do we call, the requirement from the grant provider. Most of the time is the government. So I'm sharing here the website. If you can see from here the website, you can, I don't know, because yeah, I have tried to click on this, but it didn't appear in the what do we call, it didn't appear as I presented in the PowerPoint, and not in my normal class, but it's okay. I provided it here. I'm sharing the slide with you, so you can try to click on this and look at the types of grants that have been offered. This specifically for Malaysia, for Malaysia, if in Malaysia, the available grant for this year. And I've provided here as well some of the grant provider. You can apply the grant from Tekun, from Mara, from the PUNB, from this one we have Amanah Ikhtiar and so on. So the grant uh, it's not too big now. For example, like the Amanah Ikhtiar is maybe up to 50,000. You may, a grant can be in terms of the money, grant can be in terms of the, let's say some of the business owners that I interviewed last time, they applied the grant from Amanah Ikhtiar, but not in terms of the money, but in terms of machine. For example, the Amanah Ikhtiar bought them the machine because the grant is specifically for the asset. So it depends, but most of the grants is actually in a cash form, in money form, monetary form. So it depends. I want you to find in detail on this, but it will be part of your task later. Okay. All right, then we have the business angel. Look at here. What does it mean by the business angel? there are two major types of venture capital investors. Okay, no, the first one is this one, the business angel, is a high net worth orang kaya lah, individual who provides financial backing for small startup or entrepreneurs, typically in exchange for ownership equity in the company. So the difference that if we see in the next slide is on the venture capital. Next, look at the venture capital. Okay, what's different between venture capital and business angel? Venture capital is a group, a group of lot of people, a group of orang kaya. They are willing to invest. Okay, so if you look at the how this slide define it, if it's a form of private equity and a type of financing that investors provide to start up companies and small businesses that are believed to have long-term growth potential. So they will willing to invest in the business that have potential to grow. Okay, if let's say in this case, Sam have he has a superb idea, so he went to the bank, asked for the loan, and have been rejected, and he was looking for the investors. In this case, the venture capitalist, Sue. So Sue is willing to invest, but Sue require or want 60% of the ownership of the company. Okay, with the investment of 25 million. So actually, in most of the cases, the entrepreneur will try to avoid this case lah. They try to be a major owners for the business. It means that they will not let go more than 49% of the ownership. Okay, so this case is very special. So I'm willing to let go as long as he has the money, the cash for him to run a business. So yeah, it's quite rare case. I'm not sure whether you know about this the difference between business angel and venture capitalist. Angel investors are individuals who invest their own money in companies. A venture capitalist invests the money of others, hoping to get a handsome return. These are the difference. Okay, so pernah dengar tak? Have you ever heard or watched this Shark Tank and Dragon Dance? You have to watch it, then you know. Actually, at the end of this course, you have to present it. We call it as pitching. Okay, you have to present it. The way you have to present it is actually almost the same as whatever that have been presented by the business, the entrepreneurs yang apply for try to get a fund from Dragon Dance and Shark Tank. Okay, so it's better for you to watch this program so you know how to pitch, you know how to what we call present your idea. So it's very good what we call programming actually. I have provided here the link. You may click on this and try to watch it, okay, by yourself. Again, then bootstrapping. Bootstrapping, I categorize it under alternative financing. If you ingat lagi lah in our first slide. So what is bootstrapping? Bootstrapping your startup means growing your business with little or no venture capital or outside investment. It means relying on your own savings and revenue to operate and expand. It's not easy to do it, but it's incredibly rewarding. So it means that you will try your best not to let go of any ownership of the business. Yes, you will try your best. Number two, you will try your best not to involve your business if it is a small business. Like if it's a big business, most of it's quite impossible for you to not get involved with the external financing. Okay, tapi yang ni bootstrapping means the idea is specifically created for the micro and small business owners lah. So you may start with personal savings, and kalau tak cukup, if it's not enough, you may try to have your own credit card, or you may try to get money from the friends and family. Or maybe if you quite famous, you may try to get fund from the crowd, or you may try to get the fund, even uh, the uh, the fund that even it is from external, but the fund that no need for you to pay it back, macam crowdfunding, like a grant, for example. So you try not to get involved with any venture capital or any outside investment. Okay, kalau investment external pun, will involve grant, crowdfunding, but something that no need for you to pay it back. This we call it as bootstrapping. This is a very good strategy, especially for the micro and small business entrepreneurs. Okay, benefits of funding a startup on bootstrap budget. Okay, these are the benefits. So you have several steps up to step 10. You can read, but you can read it, but it is quite interesting. But the main idea of bootstrapping is not to get involved yourself, I mean your company, with the external investment that may involve the ownership of the company. Okay, you try your best not to pinjam, not to borrow money from anybody. I mean, and anybody, nothing to do with the families and friends. So any external party, like bank, for example. Okay, so try not to get involved with any venture capitalist. Try not to get involved with any business angel. So this is the best idea is actually for the small business owners. Okay, this is about the factoring. It's quite interesting financing actually, because factoring involve invoice advance. So instead of waiting for the data or for the data to pay us, okay, we try to make use of the invoice. Okay, maksudnya it means that is a way of financing working capital by lowering the size of account receivable. So the factoring can help the companies to improve the short-term cash needs. Let's say you need a cash, but you cannot. It's quite impossible for you to get the cash from the data at that particular time. So you make use of the invoice. You try to get money from the factoring company, okay, by selling the invoice to the factoring company. Then you akan dapat duit, you will get the cash in return. So benda ni is not yes, we have the factoring service in the bank, like CIMB pun ada benda ni. So it's not quite popular in Malaysia yet, but yeah, one day it may be popular, but not so popular among the small business owner. Maybe because of the awareness, most of them tak tahu kot we have this kind of service. But so that's why some of them they rather declare yang hutang-hutang yang the customer couldn't pay, they declare it as the bad debt. Sebenarnya they can use this type of financing. All right. Okay, next. Okay, nice. This is the examples of commercial banks. We have a lot of it. So yeah, I believe all of you tahulah what bank do we have, especially the commercial bank. We have Affin Bank, Alliance M Bank, Maybank, Public Bank, Hong Leong, CIMB, and so on. Next is about the IPO and ICO. So you should know the difference between IPO and the ICO. Okay, this actually will involve only the the big size firm. So you may not get involved with this yet, at least, but at least you should know what does it mean by IPO and ICO. All right. Okay, next is the incubator, the business incubator. Okay, focus on the high-tech sector by providing support for new businesses in various stages of development. However, there are also local economic development incubators, which are focused on areas such as job creation, revitalization, and hosting and sharing services. So business incubator, we have it. You may apply, but not for this. Will involve the high tech company, the high tech sector. So you may not get involved with this yet, but this is the way to apply for the business incubator. You have to interview. Okay, you have when interview you have to present it. What kind of presentation that you have to, what kind of document that you have to present it. Most of the time will be the business plan. So that's why this course is very important. At the end of the course, you will know how to prepare the business plan. The business plan can be used for everything. For you to apply for the bank loan, for you to apply for the grant, for you to apply for this, the incubator, for example, you may think of to start with a high tech, involved with the high tech sector. You may go for a business incubator. So that's why yeah, preparing the business plan is very important as uh, what you call, you will use it for you to apply for any external funding. Okay, next. Okay, this is the business life cycle, and I believe most of you will be in at this stage, the seed maksudnya you just have the business idea, then you plan to start the business. Once you start, we call it as startup. So startup, you may need if it's small business, most of the time you just need the personal savings, the owner asset, we call it here. And we have here is the family and friends. Okay, and the business angel, if you plan to start with the big size of firm, so you may go for business angel and venture capitalist. And every, if you look at here, every stage of the life cycle, you may need different sources of finance. So it's up to you to decide on it, and you must know how to make use of it. So if you plan for, if you aim for bootstrapping, okay, you may try to avoid any external investment. Okay, like venture capitalists, the bank loan, the business angels. Okay, if you tak kisah, if you have no issue with the bootstrapping, you don't aim for bootstrapping, so you may try to look at the different what we call a source of finance at different stage of life cycle. Okay, we have seed, startup, survival or growth, establish. Okay, and then you expand and then measure and the exit. Um, we will not discuss on this because no need the source of, nothing to do with sources of finance when you want to exit the business. Okay, so this the some of the examples. Okay, it may not be applied for the same, okay, the same for all businesses, but most of the time these are normally practiced lah. Like say you want to go bigger, you want to expand for the second round, you may try to issue the bond or stocks. Okay, so it's up to you to decide on this. Okay, next. Okay, this is the 5 C's that you should know uh, when you choose a financial institution for a small bank: the character, capacity, collateral, commitment, and condition. Okay, collateral, I believe you know about it. It is the security that I mentioned just now. You must have something in order for you to get something from bank, for example. Okay, what does it mean by character? Difficult aspect to assess among potential borrowers, especially in cases where the borrower is first-time borrowers. Okay, so the bank will look at the character of the company. The same thing applied when you want to apply for the personal loan, contohnya. So the bank will look at the character of the borrower. Macam for example, you tak pernah ada pinjaman, you never had any loan. So how can the bank tahu, how can they know about your character? Character maksudnya the pattern you pay the loan, is it culas, okay, for example, you pay it on time or how? So it's quite difficult for the bank to know your character if you are if that is the first time for you to borrow the money from bank. So bank akan tengok semua ni lah. The collateral, the commitment, the condition. Commitment means that personal commitment to the business includes lifestyle choices. Dia akan tengok semua tu. Okay, even for us to apply for the personal loan, the bank will also look at a commitment. How dia tengok macam mana? Look at your payslip, for example, how much the deduction every month. So these are the 5 C's that will be will be, what do we call, you have to fulfill all of this in order for you to get fund from the financial institutions, for example the bank. Okay, this is the group task. I want you to look at slide number 3, okay, from this from this part. From this slide, you look at slide number 3. I want you to talk about the financial resources available to small business entrepreneur. Try to prepare the work and summarize. Try to summarize what are the source of fund, the financial resources that available for the small business. If you, like say, if you look at the Mara so try to provide examples and what kind of service that this institution can provide you as a small business owners. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.